Now, restaurants have been under tremendous stress under COVID-19. Chef Angus An owns 6 places, including Fat Mao Noodles and Mai Nam. And he has been bringing his award-winning recipes to our city for years. So he's here with us today to offer some tips on roasting chicken at home and also talk about how to support our favorite places through these times. Angus, hello there.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing well. How are you? What has your life been like since COVID-19 hit?
Well, I think given the circumstances, it kind of teaches you to slow down a bit. So I've been actually enjoying my time at home, cooking lots, obviously, reading a bunch of books that I've been meaning to read. So I've been catching up on that. Yeah, just slowing your life down a little bit.
Okay, well, one thing is to be reading books and sitting at home and enjoying that downtime, but you still have 6 restaurants. 3 of them are offering takeout now, but how is that different in terms of operation, just general operation?
You have to learn and adapt. I think we were main on closed before the mandate closure, so we just felt that it was best for our staff and our customers to close. We switched to a takeout only kind of curbside delivery service right away, and that's been going okay, to be honest. I mean, obviously it's a fraction of what we normally do, but people have been ordering at enough to support us, and I feel really happy that we also got Fat Mao, as well as starting tomorrow, Papina is going to be offering takeout and delivery as well.
Okay, well, I know that the restaurant community in Metro Vancouver is pretty tight. So, I mean, what would be your message to people in terms of supporting their favorite places to hopefully ensure that they will reopen?
Yeah, our industry is not the only industry, but it's definitely one of the industries that's been hit the hardest. And I think there's been a lot of people, friends of the restaurants, people that support the restaurants, our regular customers that have called us to see how they can help. And, many of them have bought large sums of gift certificates. Many of them have bought, big takeout dinners for their families. We also started, a lot of restaurants have done this as well. We also started to do frozen packaged sauces for people to be able to purchase at home. So I think, look with your favorite restaurant to see what they're doing and what kind of offerings they're doing, and then see how you can support them.
No, it is nice to see that kind of support from the community right now. So let's talk about roasting chicken, shall we? What is your roasting method?
So I use a similar method that I've created for Freebird Chicken, our chicken place in Chinatown, which is closed now. What I really like to do, obviously, the trick is, there's a few tricks, to get a really nice air-dry chicken. A lot of the chickens that you get at supermarkets are not air-dried, meaning they're basically, as soon as they're prepped, they're in bags and they're just full of liquid. And a lot of them are actually been injected, saline to weigh heavier. So make sure you get a really good quality air dry chicken. I like to use Farm Crest, and you can get that from Legends Hall online, and they do delivery now. And then one of my trick is I actually would at the restaurant we would hang it, but at home I don't have that ability, so I will actually have a plate ready to sit the chicken on top. And what I do is called a salt cure. So I rub the chicken inside and out with salt and pepper. And I basically put it right in front of my fridge where the best circulation is, and let it air dry in the fridge for, minimum one night, but the best, it would be 24 hours. And that really dries out the skin of your chicken to get the best result and crispy skin in the oven.
Oh, I see. So uncovered, just to leave it in the fridge uncovered at the front of the refrigerator.
Yeah, and in the salt and the air circulation in the fridge will dry out your chicken. That really prompts for a nice crispy skin when you're roasting it. So that's one of my tricks. Obviously, not having other things touch the chicken. Make sure the chicken has enough space so that it's not any cross contamination going on. But it's definitely my secret to good roasting chicken is to salt it and then air dry it in the fridge.
And it's not your secret anymore. Now that
No.
we've all heard it. And what about when you're roasting it? Covered, uncovered, half and half? How do you approach that?
Oh, so this is what I have. I've actually done one already. This is a chicken roasting tray with a little stand in the middle. So I actually salt cure and dry the chicken on the stand. So it kind of just sits upright, so it doesn't kind of lie on the side. It sits upright so the air circulates well. And then when I roast it, what I'll do is, I don't want to tilt it because there's butter inside. I put a lot of baby potatoes in there, so it catches all the drippings. I put a little bit of butter in there as well, and a whole clove of garlic, so the garlic roasts nice and tasty. And I just put it in there like this, uncovered. what I like to do is my oven, I know my oven well, so everybody has a different temperature and stuff like that. So I know that if I have my oven setting around 425 in convection, it's probably around a 400 for restaurant oven. So I do 425 convection, and I do it about 40 minutes or so, and then I make a little brush out of paper towel, and then I take the chicken out. I'll brush the butter from the pan, and I'll just baste it with that, and I'll put it back in for another 15 minutes, and that'll really help getting the skin even crispier and then golden color as well. And I'll take about anywhere, depending on the size of the chicken, about 45 to about an hour 15.
Wow, my mouth is watering from my garden here to your kitchen. What about carving and presentation? What do you do?
Honestly, the thing I love the most about this tray here is I often just serve it like this with the potatoes and all the drippings and everything like that. So I'll serve this with a knife, and we just carve it right at the table, and then grab some potatoes, and if you have bread, you can dip the bread into the dripping. It's a really easy way of serving it. And the whole chicken, and I don't know if you can see, but the skin is nice and crispy. I can just peel it back. It's almost like a Peking duck. You can see how thin the skin gets. It's almost translucent, and it's nice and crispy.
It looks fantastic. I'm definitely going to try that air dry method for the crispy skin. So great to talk to you, and you
Nice
enjoy
to talk to you.
your chicken, okay? Since I
Thank
can't.
you. Thank you.